Sometimes life lets you down and you feel that you are done. You just want a morning run because the fun is all gone. But sometimes life makes you proud when you look far and wide, when you leave the pain behind and see the brighter side. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you. Sometimes life makes you blind and you choose something bad. You just wanna cry and hide and save your face from the crowd. But sometimes life makes you see the beauty in you and me. When you look up above, there is God and there is love. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new. We're here to help you see the newness of life. We're here to help you feel your hope is so real. You got the power to see. We'll help you see the new you. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you.
The new channel. The new channel. The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello there and welcome to TNC. We are here to help you see the new you. My name is Lloyd Luna. This is The Big Picture. Hi there, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, or wherever you're watching from around the world. Good evening to you all. This is episode number 216 of The Big Picture, another inspirational night for each and every one of us. Ay nihanda namin ito para sa inyo. Siyempre, masusurpresa kayo ngayong gabing ito. If you're watching us live right now, please do share our live stream link. You can also organize your own watch parties at pwede nyo pong i-share itong ating link sa inyong mga chat groups para makapanood ang inyong mga family members and business associates. You can also watch us live on youtube.com/TNCnow and drop some comments in there, because when you do, you can have an opportunity to get a gift courtesy of Unisol and TNC. The item to catch, please watch. That's washable face mask worth 800 pesos courtesy of Unisol and TNC. Again, watch us live on youtube.com/TNC now and drop some comments in there so you can get that opportunity. If we choose you and you're living within Metro Manila, delivery is on us. You can also join our conversation tonight by writing some comments on our comment stream down below. But then again, napansin niyo, mayroon akong bago ditong pakulo. May libre dito at may painting dito. Hindi ko lang kung sino naglagay niya, pero painting ng anak ko. Nagkaroon ako ng masterpiece dito, hindi ko maintindihan. I don't know if you're going to take the show seriously when you see it. But it's good, it's nice, right? And I didn't know, my wife put this one kasi libro ko yung mga nandito eh. Oh. Tapos nagulat ako pagdating ko dito, picture na naming mag-anak. Anyway, naisahan na naman ako ng asawa ko. Alright, kung napansin niyo may bago din ditong logo. It's 1 TNC year because our channel is going to celebrate its first year anniversary in May. And you are in for a treat. 7-day live streaming of shows of more and more from 9 to 15th day o 15th of May 2021. Isang buong linggo po yan na lahat ng mga off-seasons na shows namin ay magkakaroon ng special episodes para po sa ating celebration. Also, the first time in the Philippines, we are attempting to do a 24-hour uninterrupted, non-stop live stream. May 15, 2021. Alas 5 po yata o alas 4 ng madaling araw kami mag-start at matatapos ng same time the following day. How is that for a history? Hindi po alam kung paano mangyayari dyan, but then again, titingnan natin. PNC started as a concept out of our struggle to find relevance. So tingnan natin kung magiging relevance ba ang ating magiging celebration, especially ngayon na lahat halos is nandito na tayo social media consuming information. So tingnan natin. Hopefully, mag-join po kayo dahil hindi magiging successful yan kung hindi po kayo magiging part ng aming celebration. This one remarkable celebration, one idea that built one community of different specialists. So use hashtag 1TNCyear for that. And also, our channel is supporting a very special event for you. Please watch the clip. Time to board! The Philippine Association of National Advertisers, or PANA Foundation's first ever and biggest online summit, TNC supports the upcoming Youth Creativity Festival 2021 happening virtually on April the 29th and the 30th. Future-proof your career in creativity with talks made for the youth by more than 20 industry movers and shakers. The borders are open and your destination is up to youth. Stream for free at PANA's YTF's official Facebook page. Check out the link in our stream below to know more about this barrier-breaking event. Suportahan niyo po yan. At bilang yan po yung pinag-uusapan natin, syempre, ang Reyna ng PANA Foundation ay nandito po sa ating show. Ang inom shot din, parang na-choke siya. Sa ating show for tonight because hindi ko alam, baka wala siyang ibang magawa ngayon. So pinagbigyan ng ating very humble na channel Sobrang accomplished po nitong ating guest for tonight, and our hearts are full nung malaman namin na talaga magi-guest po siya dito sa ating channel. So, just to briefly introduce our guest for tonight, the President and Board of Director of Magna Anima Teachers College, together with select industry friends. She is also a consultant for branding and collaboration strategy, a multi-awarded marketing practitioner, being the recipient of first Gawad Panata Award, UANP Tambuli Chief Marketing Officer of the Year Award, Agora for Outstanding Marketing Management, Agora Award for Marketing Company of the Year, Alaska Milk Corporation. Yan po ang mahigpit na kalaban ng Ginebra kung saan ako po ay fan. So magkalaban po kami. Hindi ko naman na-realize. Kung alam ko naman nakakakuha ng libreng ticket, hindi dapat nag-Alaska ako. The Agora Award for Marketing Advocacy ng Ad Foundation of the Philippines. Now, she is also a founder-incorporator of the Ad Standards Council and is currently chairwoman. She is also chairwoman ng PANA Foundation, corporate secretary of PANA Board of Trustee of Ad Foundation of the Philippines, and former PANA President for several terms. Okay, pag sinabing several terms, ibig sabihin, talagang yun ay nagpe-perform na leader. Diba? Several eh. Ibig sabihin, hindi nadala, no? Yung kanyang yung mga kasamahan. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, in the show is Maria Belen Fernando. Thank you so much for coming to the big picture. Madam, appreciate your time. Really. Honored.
Hi, Lloyd. Actually, I should be the one saying, I'm so privileged that you will be the one interviewing me. Talaga, grabe. Parang hindi ko nga maisip, sabi ko nung nakita ko, sure kayo, si Lloyd talaga? Lloyd Luna mag-interview? Yes, ma'am. So, how can you say no if it's Lloyd? And then followed up by Apple Manansala, de lalo na. Pag nag-no ako, de patay ako sa kanya. No, but it's really a privilege, Lloyd, to be interviewed by you. Grabe, sobrang sayang, sana live, ano?
Hindi ba, ma'am, okay lang yun. Dahil kung live ay...
Kakamayang kita.
Ang problema sa live, ma'am, hindi na dito lang kayo sa kwarto kung mag-interview tayo. Okay, lang sa tala ninyo, di ba? I mean, this is the new normal. I don't know, it's been probably impossible for us to do the concept if it were not for the pandemic as well, because this happened because of that.
Yes,
basically.
In fact, congratulations, you're going to be 1 year. In advance, congratulations. Okay. We're so happy for you.
And syempre, gusto nga maging part kayo ng celebration, so Apple will get in touch kung paano kayo maging celebration.
No problem.
Siguro naman, baka gising kayo ng mga 2:30 a.m.
Oo! Tanong mo kay Bobby.
Hindi pa namin alam, kasi first time namin talagang gagawin yung non-stop 24-hour live stream. I think never been attempted before.
So, hindi ka matutulog o matutulog ka dyan?
Mukhang meron kaming, parang relyebo ni Apple. Hindi ko alam kung kasi siya tulog ako and then babalik. But, you know, we are going to do it basically. Sige, ma'am, so umpisa natin. How have you been? Really, this is an unprecedented times in history. I'm sure maraming na-challenge sa atin. But you as a leader, particularly, ano yung na-shake and ano yung nag-work na ngayon in your experience?
Well, I think first of all, everyone, not just a leader, but also your team members should always be thinking upbeat. You cannot look back. You need to look forward. So you need also to be very sensitive to everything that's happening and agile. Meaning, if you see an opportunity, you grab it. You just don't let it pass because it's not gonna come back anymore. So pandemic or non-pandemic, I think that's the way all of us should look at life. If there's an opportunity, we take it. We become creative. We without losing the major or the key values that we have in life. Pero talaga, I think now everyone is being very creative in how they will respond to the changing environment. Kasi ang bilis rin, Lloyd. Sobrang dami nangyayari at the same time. But if you don't adjust immediately, either you get left behind or you cannot move forward. So, yun. We just really, whether leaders or followers or team members, you look forward, you plan, even if it's always changing, and you become agile when you plan it. At the same time, you need to keep your values intact kasi yun lang yung magiging foundation mo to move forward to everything that you want to do.
I'm curious, how did you respond when you first heard about this pandemic lockdown last year? Because I thought yun talaga yung parang turning point ng lahat because we weren't prepared for it basically.
Well, first of all, I'll talk in two terms. One, as putting on my hat as the board director of a school for teachers. So we did not panic. But we said we cannot use the campus anymore. So let's forget that. So the first thing we did was to go back and plan for online modules, virtual modules. So we converted all of our materials, which were pretty new because we were a very new organization when the pandemic came in. In fact, we just opened our doors and started working formally in 2017. So parang but what the first thing we did was really come together and look for all our employees muna. So are you safe? And then after that, okay, how will we now adjust our materials for our students to become online, and that how do we now do the classes virtually? That was really going to be a challenge because we were not prepared infrastructurally. We had it in our minds. It was part of the strategic plan. Pero 2 years in advance pa nang mangyayari. But in the PANA side and the PANA Foundation side, we decided right away to pivot, and we converted our programs that were always live. So our general membership meetings were live, our Panata Awards were live, our students competition were live, even the Congress was live before. And we pivoted and we partnered with key technical people to be able to do it virtually. So alam mo, hindi kami handa talaga nun, pero sabi namin, just do it. So, nagulat din kami. So, we had to learn the technical things involved while we were doing our membership programs. Tinuloy namin, hindi na nga kami kumurap. Parang, sige, let's do it. Next month, twice a month, na-overload nga kami sa aming excitement. We converted too many programs at the same time. So, every 2 weeks, we had to do a membership program to reach out not just to our members but also to our students. So parang
it speaks volumes, no, yung pagiging agile ng industry, being nasa advertising industry talagang you have to adapt and adjust immediately, instantly.
Yes. In fact, even your advertising materials, you have to adjust. We had to adjust it immediately, di ba?
So, I'm very curious kasi this is something you plan ahead, like media planning and things like that.
Yes.
And then when you hit, paano yan? As in talagang realignment or...
Yes. In fact, meeting. First of all, hahanapin mo muna yung team mo kasi inisip mo, are they okay? That's the first thing. The second is, how do you now meet together virtually? So you had to make sure everybody went on some platform. So you had to agree.
And prior, it's like it's a small room, and then call everyone, and then inside the boardroom or whatever.
Yes.
But it's like Zoom.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. At saka ito, walang oras. So yun na lang nga, because you're on call anytime. Because that's how, parang to me, that is the requirement of the crisis. So you'll have to do it. You know? So pati advertising materials, you had to revamp everything, your plans. Kasi even the platforms changed. Diba? TV was the biggest way to reach everyone in the country and on the radio. But it was a good thing. There were already certain platforms in place. So for example, may teleradyo naman, meron nang nag-online. And then of course, all of the independent producers like you, we just had to find them to be able to pivot our media plans.
Yes, we are here. We are here.
I know, yes. Very interesting.
Anyways, I'm going to pause for a short commercial, and then when we come back, we're going to talk about an event that is really special. Kasi youth ako eh.
Ah,
So,
oo nga.
parang gusto ko lang mag-relate. Ayaw ko magre-react yung ating executive producer sa backstage. But anyway, ma'am, I'm going to pause for a short commercial. When we come back, we're going to talk about that. Don't go away, everyone. The Big Picture on TNC will return. Please stay on our stream. Welcome back. You're still watching The Big Picture on TNC. Before I call in back our guest again for tonight, and before I read some announcements, I would like to invite you to watch an advertisement of one of our sponsors. Please watch. Would like to invite you to watch our other inspirational shows on TNC. U-Turn, TNC The Talk, Awesome Day, The Home Buyer, The Puppet Stories, Mondays at 5:30 p.m. The Big Picture, Mondays through Fridays, 7:15 p.m. The Millennial Voice, Mondays at 8:30 p.m. Foreign Affairs, Tuesdays, 10:30 a.m. HR Hotline, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 12 noon. Moving on Business, All Home, Tuesdays at 5:30 p.m. Mental Shift, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7:30 p.m. Colorado. Wednesdays and Fridays, Manila. Money and More, Tuesdays, 8:30 p.m. Manila and 5:30 a.m. San Jose, California. Also watch the replays of Cyber Next. In the studio is Madam Belen Fernando. Siya po ay member ng ManCom din, no, ng Alaska. Yan. Ma'am, thank you so much again for staying here. Kala ko umalis ka na.
Hindi ako pwede umalis. Ikaw yung interviewer.
Sige, wala ka din mapupuntahan kasi may curfew, di ba? Tama naman, no? May curfew.
Wala.
Sige. Ma'am, talk to us about this PANA Youth Creativity Festival. Because I think this is an event that is really needed right now, especially ngayon na yung mga tao is kailangan nila ng some sort of an event or a venue where they really would want to come and express themselves, di ba? Kasi ngayon parang mental health, may issue na tayong ganyan.
Yung youth Creativity Festival, of course, is organized by the PANA Foundation. Actually, this is a 2-day event this year and virtual, online. Last year, we experimented and did it for about half a day, and then we got very good results. We were, the students were happy. So we said, okay, promise we will come back in 2021 and we'll do it bigger and in full talaga. So the Youth Creativity Festival really focuses on, of course, creativity, which is essential to the business, to organizations. So dito sa Youth Creativity Festival, we believe that the youth need to be guided. So there are many things happening now online. They take online classes, but syempre they're also struggling or sometimes they get bored. So we want to give them options on continuous learning. And one of them is, of course, the festival. So the summit allows, with the experiences and talents in the industry, PANA Foundation believes that we can future-proof our students as well as our other, young people, many of whom are adjusting right now to the new life, by bringing our industry friends and our industry leaders to share their insights, their perspectives, and even simple tips on seeing how creativity can become a part of their work as well as their life. So, importante kasi ang creativity na yan. Ikaw, Lloyd, for example, you are very creative. That's why there's a show like this. So, for us, that festival will allow us to bring together young people, together with industry leaders and practitioners who can share stories with them on opportunities in being creative and using that in your career, in your future career.
And it's also because it is their turf, itong domain na ito, especially ngayon na literal socially distant tayo kasi bawal magtipon-tipon. Who are the speakers that we are expecting na magbigay ng mga insights dito sa event?
Very interesting question yan, how we put the speakers together. We got diverse personalities and backgrounds. So meron coming from very big companies, but we also got a lot from the new age companies. That's what I want to call them, no? So in essence, I'd like to cluster our speakers into 3. The keynote, sila yung 4 people who are real achievers in their field. So we have a CEO based in Dubai. We have a summa cum laude from UP who is now a gold medalist in the SEA Games and is going to compete in Tokyo Olympics, hopefully. And 2 more leaders from the industry from Globe and of course from SM, and that's Steven Tan. So yun yung mga inspiration natin because they're already, they've achieved something beyond most of us. But for the presenters and the resource speakers, we have a lot. So yung new age companies, Lloyd, yan yung mga techie, tech-based, tech-inspired, and they use a lot of collaboration in their work. They use a lot of data. Di ba yan ang uso ngayon? So we have speakers from Google, si Jolly Estaris, and interestingly, he was one of the students who joined our competition and won in the past. So parang giving back niya to. And then we have from Viber, Lana Macapagal. Very interesting rin ang talk niya because Viber is now a very active social platform. We have also Neil Trinidad. He is the Chief Marketing Officer of Lazada. Now, sabi ko, Lazada, e-commerce na naman, yes, but he will be showing something else on the other, na selling in Lazada is not just putting the product there and putting a price or a promo. He's going to show you what's happening in the other countries where Lazada's been successful too. So it's entertainment, it's selling, and it's also purpose. So very interesting yung talk niya. It's going to be
Kasi, yeah, exactly yung nakikita natin from the outset na parang, okay, ano lang siya, talagang platform ng benta-benta lang. But in this particular time, hindi yun, yung mas malalim na side.
Yes. And then, may bago kasing nangyayari, parang the e-commerce sites, yung mga online selling, they also use it as a platform for entertainment. So, yan yung papakita niya. Very interesting. Ayoko nga ikwento kasi syempre, hindi na kayo manunood, diba? Pero, yan yung nagiging, that's what's happening now abroad also.
Marketing. Ginagamit mo talaga yung marketing mo. Talaga naman.
And then we have the creative people. So we have the Giggle Boys. Kilala mo yung Giggle Boys? Siya si Badong Abesamis and Herbert Hernandez. Sila yung gumawa sila yung very hot topics ngayon because they did pwede naman mag-mention, di ba? RC Cola commercial. Alam mo yun, di ba? Yung RC Cola, yung bote.
Talk of the town.
Yon. So, they will have a session with the students also.
I'll be very curious how and why and so many questions.
You can join us, and then you can ask him a question actually because he will gladly answer those questions. I'm sure.
It's a form of a sort of a disruptive innovation as well. I mean, in terms of the I don't know, maybe in terms of media production, the way it is produced, and siguro dun sa advertising industry in general, no?
Yes.
Hindi ko lang yung category niya, pero hindi siya yung normal eh, parang
out of the box.
Out of the
box. Actually,
and because of that, yung mga buzz, di ba, parang syempre kapag nilagay tayo dun sa isang situation na hindi tayo comfortable, talagang may masasabi ang mga tao.
Actually, yung mga materials na ginawa nga niya after that, Mega Sardines, yung Julie's Bake Shop, lahat yon the same mode. Yung sabi mo nga, disruptive. Kasi di ba, we are all, sometimes we always see the same, we always do things the same way. So, syempre, kailangan mong chaos ng konti. Because if you don't create the chaos, it will look the same, sound the same, taste the same. So, yun.
Pero tinodo namin, tinodo ni RC Colin.
Oo. So, ang dapat mong tanungin sa kanya, so, Giggle Boys, did it work? Yan ang kailangan nating tanungin.
Sana madala namin siya dito. Baka naman.
Sure. We can put you in touch with him. He's a very young guy. He actually, I think, if I'm not mistaken, kasi he used to work in the ad agency where Alaska was also a client, no? So, hindi ko matandaan if he did one of my materials, but yung isip niya is very, ano bang tawag doon? Malikot, no? Yeah. Yung very curious, and then, cool lang siya. Pag nakita mo nga siya, batang-bata pa eh.
I thought the term can also be risk taker. It's something that you're putting everything on the line and you are not afraid of whatever the feedback would be. Parang you can stand your ground. At curious ako kasi for sure may position dun eh. May something na parang pwede mo kasing sabihin, pwede mo siyang i-judge based on the material. Pero merong underlying stories kasi yun.
Yes,
So, I thought hindi alam na karamihan.
There's always an insight naman kasi, Lloyd, before a material, any advertising material is put out. There should be a human truth or a consumer insight. Dito nga lang, the way he expressed it after is jarring, diba? Parang, nasaan yung bote? Nasaan yung RC Cola? Diba? So, the first time it came out, alam mo naman, I'm sure, ang daming conversations sa social media.
Nagkaroon ng somehow, which is actually good sa idea, no? Parang nagkaroon ng social awareness din yung iba regarding sa siguro yung pag-aampon or something like that. Kasi nga nagulo hindi lang siya isang angle yung kumbaga yung tiningnan napakadaming angle dun sa material na even yung ating mga societies and communities parang nagkaroon ng angle ko to, and then angle ko to, and then angle ko to.
In fact, ako noong una kong makita, sabi ko, is he telling us that people who are different should be respected? Diba? Ganun yun eh. They should not be ostracized because they have their own life to live, they have their own roles to play. So yun yung una ko na nakuha. Of course, nagulat ako nung nakita ko kasi sabi ko, oops, he's taking it to the, talagang pushing the envelope.
Kaya that's why I said it's really it was risky. And hindi ko alam kung na-prepare nila yung sarili nila sa hit.
No, I think they're very happy because, di ba, There are
Oh,
others who requested the same thing.
millions of views, why not? I mean, if that's the
Ang
goal.
I think ang magiging ano mo lang diyan, Lloyd, your challenge is every time everyone who goes to you will ask for something higher, higher,
Right.
higher.
Yeah,
So
that's one.
yan, paano?
Actually, minsan natin natatakot yung karamihan na, no, maybe it applies to the young people as well as the old ones. Yung ba, parang they don't want to perform at their best because ang expectation na is yung better best.
Yes,
And up
true.
and up and up. And it's uncomfortable really being in that position.
That's true.
Some of the topics, and you mentioned na, no, based on sa mga speakers, are interesting as well. But ano yung magigain? For example, if I'm going to watch, ano yung magigain ng mga students dito?
Madami. Siyempre, 'di ba? Well, first of all, I think the students will get inspired by the stories of the speakers and how they did things creatively. So, most of the students kasi who come in here are college students or junior practitioners and even educators who wish to parang continue learning and learning something so they can put it in their lives. So, first of all, the speakers will be very inspirational to them. Parang these are the speakers who did not stop when when there are challenges. So they went through and made sure that they finished their projects. They did not blink an eye or look back. They did regret what they did. So inspiration talaga yan for internalization. The other one really is we want to show the students the breadth of career opportunities that are available to them, even given the pandemic. Even if we're locked down like this. Kasi Lloyd, if you notice now, everything, ikaw nga, tama ka eh. So, who are watching us now, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, we can even reach anywhere in the world, di ba? So, ganun rin yung isip namin for the students. Before, you had to physically be in a city, town, or province, or even country to work for a company. Now, there can be opportunities where it's borderless. You can do a job, a project or an internship or even accept a real job in a company, let's say lang in Australia, but you live in the Philippines or you have a project in Alabang but you live in Dumaguete, di ba? So medyo borderless. So we want to show the students now and the young practitioners na you don't just go to the traditional companies, yung alam natin, the big ones with the manufacturing firms. Maraming bagong kumpanya ngayon na maybe they're not as popular, maybe they're not yet as big as the multinationals or the local conglomerates, but they were born out of entrepreneurial spirit of the owners or the founders. So sila rin, yan yung mga opportunities nila for the future in their career. Of course, when you complete the sessions of the Youth Congress, you also get a certificate for it. So, pero kailangan meron kang mga sasagutin.
Yan talaga yung...
Oo, gusto lahat yan, certificate of recognition.
Dati yan, ma'am, kasi pag magpunta ka lang sa gym, may certificate ka na.
Correct.
So, dito, exam sila. But anyway, you talk about creativity. Tama, I mean, hindi ko alam kung may insight na kayo dito as an organization. Pero you think yung creativity because of what happened that I can work sa face ko, sa time ko, kung kailan ako nasa mood because this is a very artistic thing. Hindi ko alam kung may study na kayo, but personally, you think may contribution siya doon sa level ng creativity ng mga tao na given the fact na hindi ka na magbabiyahe, matatraffic na 2-3 hours prior to going to work?
Well, I think so. First of all, let me define how creativity should be looking like. And I quote, well, I learned this from an educator also and a coach, a foreigner. Sabi niya, creativity involves two things, thinking and producing. So, you cannot be creative if you just have ideas in your mind. So, lahat tayo may ideas. So, if you have ideas, you're imaginative. But if you don't put the ideas into action, then you're not creative, you're only imaginative. So ganun din tayo, no? We can have all of these ideas, but I think if we truly want to be the pandemic allowed us to be very, very creative, but we have to use the ideas into something, diba? Whether it's going to be a business, whether it's going to be your new project in school, okay lang lahat yan, but you have to put them into action. Hindi pwedeng ideas lang. Walang ganon.
And I really wonder how how several industries adapted and adjusted. No? Like for example, kung nasa photography ka, paano ka mag-shoot, di ba?
Alam mo, challenge talaga yan. Yung ano na lang, I'll give you an example. Sa TV, maybe not, TV commercial production. Isipin mo, before we used to shoot commercials, we will need 50 people to 100 people to do a very, very big commercial, okay? Ngayon, there are many protocols that will stop you from doing that kind of shoot even that was possible before. But you can be very creative. Ito lang sige, i-challenge kita, Lloyd. Hindi ba pwedeng isang tao lang ang mag-act ng several characters sa commercial mo?
Pwede diba? Pwede.
That's creativity, and that's one way of addressing what you're asking. And dun sa Congress namin, we're going to show that. It's called monodrama. Pinasok na kasi ano rin ako dyan, advocate. Yung monodrama, isang tao, but you do different characters, but there's a story.
So ito, ma'am. Ito, hindi ko alam kung napansin niyo sa social media. Yung walang ginawa ng isang oras yata, yung kalahating oras, na nakatingin lang siya sa camera or something. Like millions of views. One of our hosts, Wan Lu, in our show, said, ginawa ko na lahat ng tricks, hindi pa ako makarami ng maka 10,000 na views. Yung isa na nakaganon lang sa camera.
Hindi ba kasi, pag ganon, madaming lumilikot rin yung isip. Ano kayang iniisip niya? Anong ginagawa niya? So, ang daming curiosity lumalabas, di ba?
Kasi ang ginawa ng host namin, nagtimpla na ng kape, kanta na yung puppet, kung ano ginawa niya na vlog or something. Parang ang hirap makakuha ng attention. But that particular material, although hindi naman siya talaga yung ginamit sa formally sa ad, but I thought, this is a creative concept kung ilalagay mo sa ad.
Yes, I think yung challenge diba? The challenge forces you to do something else.
Right, exactly. Ma'am, another short commercial, and then when we come back, tatanong ko yung mga insights ninyo before I let you go and before you formally invite them to attend your event. Don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. The big picture on TNC. We'll be right back. Please stay in our stream. Welcome back. You're still watching The Big Picture on TNC. Please watch our other inspirational shows on TNC. Couple Goals, Win Within, Wednesdays, 8:30 p.m. Market Leader, YOLO, Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Negosyo at Home, Fridays at 12 noon. TechU, TNC Marketplace, Fridays and Saturdays, 5:30 p.m. Danny Art Show, After Shift, Women at Work, COVID Stories, The Family Business, Usapang Beauty, The Fourth Project. That's also our TNC specials. One day, TNC Arena, TNC Press Con, and TNC Town Hall. On Saturday, 7 p.m., co-hosted by TNC founders Lloyd and Apple. Town Hall is where we talk to you, our valid audience. More upcoming shows. Follow hashtag TNC on Facebook and YouTube. Allow your passion to inspire you. And together, let us hashtag see the new you. Back to the studio is Ma'am Belen Fernando. Siya po ay VP at dating member ng ManCom ng Alaska na matinding kalaban ng team kong Hinebra.
Wala na ako sa Alaska ngayon.
Former. Yeah.
Pero Hinebra, saludo ako dyan. Nandiyan na si Tim Cone eh. Pumunta na si Tim Cone.
Kaya nga. So Hinebra, anong team mo na ngayon?
Hinebra na daw ako. Nako, ikaw talaga. Well, I respect Tim Cone. I love him. He's my friend and he's, I think, the best coach.
Yeah, I also believe that.
Sports coach kasi ikaw pwede ka rin coach eh.
Oo nga naman. Sige ma'am, I would like to know your insights about what is happening right now, the transition, especially sa young people, ano. Ang young people hindi sanay ng nasa loob ng bahay.
Mm-hmm.
Hindi sanay, lalabas at lalabas. But given what happened now and what is still happening right now, what can you tell young people in order for them to keep their sanity and make some good use of their time as well? At medyo seryosoin pa din nila yung nangyayaring online education because this is what it is right now.
Well, first of all, this is the reality, Lloyd, diba? So I would tell them that we cannot let this just eat us up. We have to remain true to ourselves, meaning if we have a dream, we still continue pursuing it. It might not be very easy as unlike before. So if we dream to finish our studies, let's finish it. I know it's going to be a sacrifice kasi we also run a school and it's very hard to keep the audience, engaged all the time. But kasi ang youth, they need to be engaged all the time. So the parents should also be very engaged with how the youth are today in their homes. Kasi this is the opportunity to see exactly how they are. Kasi doon nasa school or lumalabas sa school, so hindi natin nakikita lagi. But now this is the opportunity really to see them and parang it's important kasi for the health and the wellness, the emotional and health, emotional and the mental health of the kids. So the kids should keep talking to their friends even if it's online. I don't mind them staying, a long time, but they have to talk to people because they cannot go out. They have to talk to their parents. And not say, naku, nandito sa bahay, ay, nakukulitin naman ako ng mami ko. Hindi, ganun talaga. Because that's the only way we can all keep sane. And if you have a hobby, pursue it. Because that hobby will allow you to keep your mind fresh and always on the go. And then I would also say, read good materials, not only online, but go back to read books, even if they're past books and old books or they were past fiction or non-fiction materials. I encourage them to read because iba yung tumatakbo lagi yung isip mo ng masaya kesa yung wala kang ginagawa. 'Di ba, Lloyd? Kasi ang belief ko diyan, if you have an idle mind, it's also the time when you think of all of those very negative things. So you really have to keep doing and keep your diet well. Ako, importante din yan. Kasi the kids, they will sleep at 3 a.m. because of always staying. There should be some discipline pa rin on timing of the health, physical. So tatlo yan, mental, emotional, and physical. Importante.
I think ang great ang great na concern ng estudyante ngayon is, nasa na yung baon? I think yun yung number one.
Wala. Alam mo, what I encouraged my nieces? I encouraged them to think of what they can do and sell. They actually came up with something. So they were earning and then they also found remote jobs online because at that time they weren't graduating yet. They found remote jobs online, tutoring, teaching, training, lahat yun, in-encourage ko silang gawin kasi, well, yung baon kasi, they have to earn it somehow. I think even if
Yeah, I know.
if the parents give them, but they have to earn it. For example, no absence in their online class. Oh, sige, bigyan ng baon. Or you did, you produce something. Let's say, you like to cook and that's your hobby. Okay, sige, on Saturday, ikaw ang mag-cook. Oh, pero bibigyan kita ng X allowance for that. Kasi,
Oo, kasi ma'am
diba,
naman, yung iba, kinat naman talaga. Di ba depressing naman talaga?
Oo, depressed. At saka hindi pwede kasi I think they will not learn if they don't have, if they don't earn and you teach
Yeah.
them how to earn it, they won't
Reward,
be
come on,
also
parents,
happy.
reward. Parents,
Ha?
come on, reward.
They won't be happy also, correct? 'Di ba? Pag bigyan mo naman kahit magkano lang, 500, you don't have to give them thousands and thousands of pesos. Hindi naman.
Oo,
Small
exactly.
things, but they can spend on their own, but they also earned it. Ako, importante lang sa akin yun kasi baka akala ni laging may dole out. Wala naman laging dole outs.
Oo nga eh. Kasi baka yung ayuda kasi naging terminology ng industry.
Oo nga eh.
kulang sa ayuda. Sige, ma'am, I have a question. This is what normally I ask my guest. All things considered right now, things are happening back and forth. Nothing is final yet. We are still not yet off the hook. And everything seems to be still moving parts. What do you think is the big picture in all this?
Ang hirap naman ng tanong mo. Actually, I kept asking myself that also. Ako, I think the big picture really is the realization of the things that we forgot about in the past. For example, I'm saying this, and I'm not saying it to be maarte or what, or philosophical, or parang sounding parang I'm preaching, no? But I think all of the things that are happening now are also results of what things we miss doing, environmental things, respecting the environment, thinking of other people who are not as well off as probably a lot of us. Maybe we forgot to think about ourselves, time for ourselves. We just kept working, but we did think of mental, physical, and emotional health. So ako yung what are the small and simple things in life or the big things out there that we forgot because we were too engrossed in doing many other things, or only one thing. For example, okay, business, career lang, ganon. So parang ang dami lang natin na miss, and it's all now going back to us. And now we have the opportunity to address those things. Tama bang sagot ko yun?
Tama naman, actually. Thank you so much, candidate number 4.
Medyo lang ako doon kasi 'di ba parang ayoko naman sagutin na ano yung big picture na it's always about, okay, we have to, of course, we have to bounce back, we have to think about
but bouncing back and things like that, they are smaller pictures for me. So what you just said is actually the big picture. Diyan talaga makikita mo yung yung wisdom ng tao kapag may ganyan. Wala akong sinasabing. May nakabihis kasi sa backstage, ma'am. Hindi ko alam kung papasok siya. Papasok
sige,
ba direct?
Sige, pasok mo nga. Sige, guluhin natin. Sige, go, Bobby, go.
Hindi. Well, bakit ka nagbihis kung hindi ka papasok? Ladies and gentlemen, Apple Manansala is in the backstage. I think nasa back studio. Please, Apple, come here and maybe congratulate our guest naman.
Apple.
Andiyan siya eh.
Ayaw bigla. Ayun.
Wow!
Oh my gosh!
Magandang gabi, Lloyd. Hello, Ma'am Blen.
Wow!
Nakapag-promise kasi ako sa SMDC that I will be speaking to a group in SMDC tonight. So, request nila ako na mag-terno. Kaya naman nag-terno ako, nag-bis ako.
Bagay na bagay pala sa'yo.
Ma'am, mukhang mukhang na-underdress tayo bigyan.
Sabi mo, pwedeng t-shirt.
Sorry
Wala.
po.
Wala na
Pero
pag-asa.
maganda ka, para kang kagalang-galang na first lady.
Di ba?
Thank you
Wala
so
na.
much.
Lalo na nating naiwala si Sir Bobby sa ginawa nating ito. No chance.
Kasi pinilit mo. Anyway, Lloyd, thank you so much, Lloyd. Thank you, Ma'am Blen, for being on the show. It's a pleasure to have you. Marami kami natutunan over the last hour that you're here. Ayun, actually, chinat ko nga po si Herbert kasi matagal ko na po siyang nananawagan po kay Herbert sa ngalan ng aking terno. Matagal ko na po kasi sila talagang ini-invite to be in the new channel kasi madami din naman tayong mga followers sa the new channel na gusto talaga din makilala yung mga what you call this, brilliant minds or yung ating mga, ano ba tawag sa geniuses behind, you know, the giggle advertising. So, hopefully soon, ma-invite din natin sila. But thank you. I had to dress up because they requested for it. Kaya po. Pero naka-shorts lang po ako.
Bilib pa naman ako. Ang ganda na sana.
Thank you, Ma'am.
Mama niya, semi-formal. Formal, and then semi.
Semi, yes.
Half-half.
Anyway, thank you.
Thank you, Lloyd. Thank you, Ma'am Blen. Good luck po sa event ng PANA.
I'll see you again.
Yes, PANA. And we will be here to support you. Ipopromote po natin yan hanggang Friday. So congratulations po sa buong PANA, and of course, thank you po sa Intersections for bridging PNC to your organization.
Yeah.
Magandang gabi po ulit.
Apple Manansala is TNC co-founder and co-owner ng Puzzle Box BPO Inc. Ma'am Blen, invite na natin sila to join yung Creativity Festival.
So, all students, educators, junior practitioners, and anyone who has a passion for learning new things and continuous learning, we invite you on April 29 and 30. Naku, bukas na pala yun. The doors open at 9 a.m. and we want to invite you to the 2021 PANA Youth Creativity Festival. This is online and virtual po. Huwag kayong pupunta sa anong venue. Just go to just go to our Facebook page, PANA Youth Creativity Festival, and it will be streamed live there, as well as in other major school organizations FB page. Pero yung main page po natin, yan po yung sa PANA Creativity Festival. You will see that. And just click it. It's free. You can join. We open at 9. We probably close around 3. But don't worry, it's not one after the other. So the sessions are very short so that they are also digestible and easily understood by our participants. Salamat po, and we hope that we want to thank everyone who supported us. Actually, si SM, sorry, I have to say it, Lloyd. SM, SM, thank you very much kay Steven Tan for saying yes to us, to Grace, and to John. You know, they're all in the super malls. Of course, to Globe, KD Dizon, thank you very much. And our other sponsors and all of the schools who joined and supported us. We reached about 100 schools, Lloyd, for the first time because we have the technology now to do that. So yan nga yung beauty ng ganito. And of course, thank you to our media partners, including you and Apple. Thank you to TNC. Fantastic work you're doing, and we hope that at some point we can also help you somehow promote your show, your concepts, kasi ang gaganda pala nung sub-segments nyo.
Yes,
yeah. So yun. So we invite everyone. Please see you tomorrow. Wag pong mahiya.
Yes,
and thank you to Intersections, to Praxis, and to Balen Law Trina. Those are our 3 agencies. Si Gladys, hi Gladys, salamat. Gusto niya lagi babatiin siya.
It was before, during the pandemic din yata, prior to putting up the Intersections, na-interview ko siya dito sa The Big Picture before formally she launched it.
Ako naman, so share ko lang kung may time. Because we've been friends for a long while. I think she also handled my account for a while, their agency. So, one morning, she invited me for breakfast sa isang restaurant sa Greenbelt. Ang haba-haba nung preamble. Yun pala, ang sasabihin lang niya sa akin that she was now ready to open her own agency. And complete with tears, Lloyd. Umiyak-iyak pa siya. Sabi ko, bakit ka umiiyak? Kasi nga daw, it's going to be born out of her, her hard work and yung mga things na hindi niya nahanap kung saan siya nagtrabaho noon, ito niya gawin dito. So, iyak-iyak pa siya. Breakfast yun, parang mga 7:30 na umaga. Iyak-iyak pa siya. Sabi ko, huwag ka umiyak. You have our support. Nangiti na siya. So, 1 year na rin sila, Lloyd, like you.
Opo nga amazing yung time na yun. I remember nung in-interview ko siya, parang hindi pa nga niya totally masabi kung ano yun kasi.
Anong gagawin niya? Oo, ako din Sabi ko, so anong gagawin mo? Basta magbubukas ako ng agency. No, but really, the pandemic gave a lot of opportunities. Diba? And new things like your show. So, daming nangyari because of it. And we're happy because it gives us options as advertisers.
And we know now that many things can be done. I mean, things that we thought impossible or we are just lazy to do or maybe afraid to try.
Tsaka ngayon, di ba, parang cool lang. You don't have to wear your suit and your very formal attire to an interview. Inisip ko nga, my God, anong susuot?
Naku, ma'am. Ako ay merong isang business na isa-suggest sa inyo. Mag-partner tayo dito sa business na ito. Sama natin si Sir Bobby. Pangkulay ng pangtaas. Kasi pagkatapos ng pandemic, lighter na yung pantaas. Yung pambaba.
Correct. Ang tawag doon, renovation. Ayan.
Yes. Kasi gamit na gamit yung pangtaas
Totoo yan. Pati nga mga sapatos, ayaw na yatang mag-cashier kasi hindi ka na nagkakamas.
Correct. Si Ma'am Gladys pala nanonood. Naku, pinag-chichismisan natin nandito sa stream. Anong kanya?
Ayan, ha. Ay, kasi nakwento ko sa kanya yung complete with tears na umaga. Totoo naman, ganyan-ganyan pa siya.
Sir Ed Mapa is watching.
Oh my God, Ed Mapa. My gosh, why do you watch me, Ed? Hindi, friend ko yan.
Baka daw pag-usapan din na.
Ito mo yung pangalan ko dyan, BMF. My goodness, Ed.
Baka daw pag-usapan natin sila, kaya sila talagang tumutok. Dahil baka...
pag-usapan natin. No, but I'm really, it's a privilege to be interviewed by Lloyd. Sorry, I have, starstruck ako, Lloyd,
Grabe yung mga starstruck. Anyway, ma'am, bago lumaki yung ulo ko, maraming salamat sa time. Appreciate your time.
Sige, salamat din po.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's Belen Fernando. Siya po ay former VP and member ng Alaska. And siya po ngayon nasa PANA Foundation. Support their event. Please, support their event. Direct yung poster. Kaya na lang, ibabasahin ko lang yung details. Youth Creativity Festival 2021, up to youth. Hashtag yun, April 29 to 30. Go to PANA Youth Creativity Festival. Doon po magla-live stream ang event ng PANA. And of course, it is co-organized yata by Intersections. So, that's all the time that we've got for tonight. Appreciate your time. Those who watch, I would like to thank Puzzle Box BPO Inc. as our presenter. This show is also sponsored by Unisol, Mr. Rice, and Well Life. I'm going to see you again tomorrow. Hindi ko alam tomorrow kasi may guest ako bukas, pero ito po pala ay season ender ko na. Tapos na po yung season 12. So, dapat pala bukas, season 13 na ako. My goodness. Anyway, pinrepare po ng ating team yung aking special pala to, Ma'am Blen. Special pala tong ating episode. Hindi ko na malaya na pang 18 episodes na ito during the 12 season. So, maraming salamat sa naging part ng 12 seasons na hindi ko na malayan. We really, really appreciate all of your help and support and love that you're always giving us dito sa TNC, particularly sa show ko na hindi ko alam kung paano ko nagagawa yung 216 interviews since April 25 last year. I don't know. Marami nagtatanong, saan mo kinukuha ng energy? I don't know. I just do it. Maybe naging part na ng aking sistema. Naging sistema ko na ito. Anyway, See you again tomorrow kung meron. Kung wala, edi see you when the big picture resumes yung kanyang season. In the meantime, I will have to say, please stay safe and good night, everybody. Appreciate your time.